Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to week 4, which is all about training and development. So, a really good topic. Obviously, as we've been talking, in the previous weeks, ethics are all going to play a part in everything that we do and we continue to do. We talked about corporate social responsibility, and then we kind of kicked off our first big topic with staffing and selection. So obviously we all know how to recruit somebody, how do we get them into an organization, but now we need to figure out how to train them, how to develop them, and make sure that they are wanting to commit to our organization long term. A couple things to keep in mind of, some factors that are really going to affect this are, the amount of skilled workers, management's commitment to the situation, different lifetime learning styles. These are all going to be relevant as we go further along into the information. Some things that I want to make sure we learn a lot about is there's many different delivery systems. So you're going to see some slides in there about different delivery systems. Please pay attention to those very quickly because those are kind of, what the chapter in the book will kind of talk about is what information do we want to convey to people? How do we get them trained? Different skill levels, different education levels require different levels of experience. So we want to make sure that we're educating people in the right manner. So, I'm sure each of you have worked in an organization where new hire orientation was a big part of what you did. You had to go through an orientation the first couple of days to kind of learn about the company. This is something that I feel is very underrated and something that companies don't do enough of. So, really pay attention to the information this week about new hire orientation because I think it's really important. Some different. You'll see also a lot about performance management. That's kind of the other chapter that we're reading about. That's all about employee engagement, and how do we keep motivated employees motivated, essentially. So, what traits and behaviors, really keep people motivated. Next week, we're going to be talking about compensation and how that plays into it. But for this week, also pay attention to the performance review. I know that in a lot of HR areas, it's kind of a double-edged sword. We want to do performance evaluations. We want to reward our employees. We want to make sure they're doing the right things. But at the same time, nobody really likes doing performance reviews, or at least a lot of people don't like them because they feel like they're overrated, don't give us a lot of information, and it's stuff we do on a daily basis anyway. So the chapter will be heavily focused, again, also on performance evaluations. So make sure you read the different styles, the different ways we attract and get that type of information. And finally, the book talks a lot about different problems in doing this, different biases, different tendencies. Again, very important information for you to know because, again, these are kind of what it's pretty easy to write an evaluation, but to write a really effective evaluation is always a trick. And this chapter towards the end will kind of talk about the areas that managers tend to get tripped up with and tend to have an issue with and don't really think about. So your central error, halo horn effect, again, you'll read about all of these, but these are incredibly important. So again, very important week, all about training and development. So please contact me if you have any questions. Don't forget, I posted information about the course project. Make sure that you are actively starting to working on that because it's due at the end of the 7th week and it comes up pretty quickly. So make sure that you're working on that. And if you have any questions or need some more guidance on the course project, be sure to contact me. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week.